Hi, GD155 students. I just wanted to go over Project One with everyone. So everyone should have reviewed the Project One statement. The goal of this project is to analyze an existing application and to create a UX report. So you are the design expert here, right? And we're taking an existing application and we're reviewing that design. So we're working on different skills, like being able to critically analyze finished application. We're looking at the user interface. We're looking at the information architecture. We're looking at the goals of that application, and we're defining the user base. Um, we're also demonstrating the ability to conduct and analyze user experience research, and you're going to create a UX report to present your analysis in. So the first step, find an application, and then we're going to start to analyze it. So you can find any application that you find interesting. Could be something that you use frequently. Could be something you think is designed really well, or something you think is designed poorly. There's no specifics on how you have to pick the application, but pick something that you think is interesting because you're going to spend a lot of time looking at it. So we're going to start by analyzing the app. First, you're going to look at the user interface. Look at the visual hierarchy, the color scheme, the typography, ease of use, and its appeal. Think about the information architecture. What's the navigational flow? How do you move through the application? What content is there and how is it structured? What are the goals of the application? What's the app helping the user to achieve? And then you're going to create the honeycomb specs after reading the two documents that we had linked on using the honeycomb to analyze user experience. And you're going to create a journey map. And there's a link here to look at how you can set up a journey map. But thinking about how you move through that application. What is the user's journey through this application? You're going to define your user base. So based on your analysis, who is going to use this app? Who is currently using it? Are there different subsets of users that are using it? So you want to do a little research on that user base. What information can you gather about their preferences and habits? Now, obviously, um, you don't necessarily have access to research particularly on these user groups necessarily. So you can see what you can gather in general, but this would be done in more depth if you were working for a specific company who is pulling in research about their specific user groups. Then you're going to build a persona. Um, you want to create goals for one of the user bases. There might be multiple user bases, and you can pick one to focus on to build your persona for. And remember, a persona is a fictitious person that you put together based on the entire group of users and their kind of their goals and their preferences and different situations and demographics. You're kind of pulling that all together and building one fake person that's representing an entire group of people. You're going to want to build out two scenarios for reasons for using this application. So your persona is going to have two different scenarios in which they're using this application. And you'll develop a protocol for testing. So you're going to want to create a task list. And you probably want to keep it about 5 tasks. Too many more than that, and it's going to take too long to do your user testing. So keep it around 5 tasks. And, depending on what your application is, let's say it's a cooking app. Maybe one of the tasks is something like find a recipe for a 30-minute dinner. And, that's one of the tasks you're seeing how easy people can accomplish this. You also want to put together a short exit survey after you're done with your user testing. Just a couple of questions to get some feedback from the user's perspective of how the application worked for them. And then you're going to find users and test. So you're going to want to have at least 3 participants, and they should do about 5 tasks. You'll create a report of your process and your findings, and you'll have content from all 7 of steps that are listed out here. Include your initial analysis, your experimental data, and the analysis of that data, okay? And we'll be talking more about that analysis that you can include as well. But essentially what you're doing is you're finding an application, and you're going through these steps to look at that current design and thinking about, based on what you learn from your user experience research, how could that design possibly be improved? Okay. And after you've gone through all the steps and created your report, and you can create that report either, on Google Docs or slides. You can create that report in Illustrator or InDesign, um, using Adobe Express even, however you want to lay that out. Then you're also going to want to create a short summary video. So this should be about a minute to 3 minutes, and you'll post it to YouTube and tag it with GD155. Um, and so you'll use Google Slides, or you can even use Adobe Express to create, or used to be Adobe Spark, to walk us through your report verbally. And you'll want to use some images from your report. So that way we can see everything that you have laid out. And you just want to give us the highlights to keep it in that a minute to 30 seconds to 3 minutes range, okay? When we turn everything in on Canvas, there's a spot to submit a copy of your slide. But we have on the Google Student Drive, you'll put your PDF here, and then your Google slide that we'll have in our shared slide area so that we can all see each other's work. And let's see if we just click on that here. Your finished slide should include the link to your PDF, screenshot of your application, short summary of your user experience analysis, and your design recommendations. And then you can insert the video report on a separate slide. So you have that first slide and then a second slide with just the video report. We'll have those all together here. And then on that Google Drive, you'll upload the PDF of your user experience report and an MP4 of your video. Again, you also want to link your video up on YouTube. And in Canvas, just turn in a PDF or JPEG of your slide with all that information on it. And this is due on Wednesday the 5th at midnight. And there are some examples. If you'd like to look through those from the last couple of years. So you can look through those presentations and see some examples of previous work. Please reach out if you have any questions or concerns about any part of the project. I'd be happy to talk to you about it. Okay. Have a great rest of your day.